Hey guys, Lisa here with another From Dumpy to Diva Itrackbites tutorial for you. Today we're going to talk about water. How do you get it to show up in your tracker? Well, there are 3 ways that you can do that, and hopefully one of these works out for you. So we're going to start with the big green plus button at the bottom, and in your bottom right hand corner you'll notice the icon marked checks. This is your good health guidelines. And you'll see that you have 6 icons for water. You can assign those to mean whatever you want. You can say that when you tick it, it means that you had a glass of water. You can use it as a bottle of water. Or if you wanted to assign it a specific value, you could say, if I need 120 ounces of water in a day, and then I have 6 glasses that I can choose to mark, then each one is going to represent 20 ounces, for example. The number of ounces won't show up anywhere, so it's just a matter of you deciding how you can break your daily total of water down by 6 and how you want to mark that off. As you mark those off, you hit save, and you'll see you now have a line that shows up at the bottom of your tracker telling you how many of your good health guidelines you've met for the day. If you were to meet all of them, so if I touch healthy checks, little check mark, the plus sign to the right hand side, that will reopen this menu, and as I go through my day and fill those in and resave, that will increase the number of healthy check marks that I have. So that's your first option. Second option is that you can create a food item, call it water, and track your number of ounces based on that. So for example, we are going to go into our big green plus sign again, and we're going to go to food, it's middle of the top row there. And there, it varies a little bit between Android and Apple here. On Android devices, you want to use your green plus sign in your bottom right, and on Apple devices, you're going to use your white plus sign in the top right. When you go in there, that takes you to your Create Food screen. On this, you can create any food that you want. You can fill in the nutritional data. You can use this as a quick add if you know the number of bites for an item and you just simply want to create that just as a straightforward item. But in this particular case, I am going to create water, and because I put emojis on everything, because I like pretty little pictures, I'm just going to choose my water emoji, which you don't have to do at all. But then I'm going to label this water. Okay, now you're going to come down to your servings and change this to ounces, so that what you have now is water that you can track by the ounce. You can, in order to get this to save, you have 2 options on this particular screen. You can either tell it that it's a 0 bite food, which of course it's going to be, or you can fill in your calories. So in this case, it would be 0, and you can do that either way. You want to be sure that you tap your heart in the top right-hand corner to mark this food as a favorite so that it will easily show up in your search results as well. All right, we are going to save that, and I'm getting this particular message because I have macros turned on. It's telling me that I've created an item that doesn't have full nutritional data here down the side, just as a reminder that it won't track correctly if you don't fill that in. Obviously, it's water. There is no other nutritional information, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to save anyway. Now, when you want to track your water, all you then do is go in and track however many ounces you've had. So if, let's say, you have a 30-ounce water bottle and you want to put in your 30 ounces, then you can mark it there and hit track. Again, this is telling me that my macros are incomplete. This message won't show up unless you have macros turned on. But I'm going to tell it to track anyway. And now, if I go to my tracking screen, I can see that it's there. You can put it anywhere in your day that you want. The way that you choose where it shows up, so I'm going to tap water and go back into it. And you'll see on your meal line, right now it's under snack. Let's say I want that at the very top of my day. If I move that over to breakfast, then that will show up on the first part of the day. As I change the amount of water that I'm drinking per day, I can just go in there and edit that. So let's say I had a second water bottle, and so now I was up to 60 ounces for the day. Okay, so I can track it that way. The last way that you can do it, and this is how I personally do it, is I created one based on by the number of bottles of water that I drink. So I always buy the same water, and it is this entry here for me, which I created in that same way I just showed you. So I buy 16.9 ounce bottles, and as I finish one of those bottles, I mark that. So I've chosen to do it not by ounces, but by the number of water bottles that I actually have. And so you'll see that if let's say I had 3 bottles by the end of the day, then I can just change that to 3 bottles. So you can track your water by either your healthy checks, which is under the green plus sign in your bottom right-hand corner. You can create an entry where you can track it by ounce, or you can create an entry in the exact same way, but just count it by bottles or by glasses or whatever other measurement you want. All right, I hope that helps.